Ahead of yourself.
Fly!
Ash Ketchum versus Yugi Moto.
The biggest question from the playground. Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh? He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
This is a big episode. Just look at how long it is. So thanks to our sponsor, Mad Mushroom, for helping us make it happen.
Yeah, go check out Mad Mushroom's newest game, Night Swarm.
Make sure y'all go check out Night Swarm, but I'm gonna skip this.
To wipe out hordes. And that.
Hello there. Welcome to the world of Pokemon.
All the kids get their first one at age 10. If you don't sleep in like Ash Ketchum from Pallet Town.
Ash wanted to be a Pokemon master, though he didn't really know what that meant yet.
How about taking down your rivals to be the very best, like no one ever was? Better than Gary and his dumb groupies.
Well, Ash knew he'd find his answers at the Pokemon League tournament.
So Oak hooked him up with the electric mouse, Pikachu, and went, he's your problem now, stupid.
Pikachu was a lot. The new duo had a rocky start, but after an intense first day together, the rest, as they say, is history.
25 seasons, over 1,200 episodes, and the cornerstone of 2000s culture. Ash spent decades as a 10-year-old on the great Pokemaniac journey.
We should note we are prioritizing the anime that Ash is from, which often differs from the...
By the way, if no one can see this format, let me know, because I remember that I set up a short stream on the side. So now people in the short stream can actually see this concept.
Original games that inspired it.
Ash is equipped with tons of Pokeballs and an all-knowing Pokedex. That's also a Pokemon. But in a fight, Ash usually chooses Pikachu. Give the yellow-red enough voltage and you'll regret it. Even ground types that would be immune to electric attacks in the games can't stop what this Pikachu dishes out.
Yet somehow Ash is just fine after repeatedly getting zapped by this same electricity. Over time, Pikachu learned Volt Tackle, Electro Web, Electro Ball, and...
Pikachu, use Thunderbolt! The perfect attack for outgoing flamboyant thieves and air balloons. Looks like they're blasting off again.
So clearly the anime doesn't follow the game rules. Like when Pikachu shot himself with his own thunder while on Swellow, who, you know, is vulnerable to lightning.
But somehow they used thunder as a super armor. He even learned how to deflect attacks by just spinning really fast. Whee!
Speaking of fast, Pikachu has intercepted lightning, but Quick Attack increases that speed even more.
And his Iron Tail really pairs well with Ash's offensive style. The guy plays crazy, opting for big damage over stalling.
Ash's style is so unusual that when a robot scanned his tactics, it exploded.
As the great philosophers put it, if it works, is it still stupid?
Ash and Pikachu's bond is magnetic and brought them new allies. Misty, Brock, Serena, just to name a few. Underneath the stubbornness and crispy bikes, they are loyal friends.
Just like Ash's Pokemon. They're not just collecting dust in a shiny hunting box. Ash's League ID won't let him carry more than 6 at a time, but if he needs them, they'll all come running.
Water types like Squirtle and Lapras are key in seafaring fights, and Ash can combine their water attacks with Glalie Ice Beam.
One time, his Weasel got frozen while using Aqua Jet, which is fine. Now he's using Ice Aqua Battering Ram.
Grass types like Bulbasaur and Torterra induce status effects and heal with synthesis.
So we saying Ash Ketchum just makes fucking lemons, bro. Like, if he can't fucking do it, he just makes something completely different. Yo, I gotta watch Pokemon.
But Sceptile's a menace. Yeah, so you got a big, scary Darkrai. Eat this Leaf Blade, Smeargle victim. Or that's what I would say if Tobias did an action replay of frickin' Latios. Give my man a win, 4Kids.
Well, 4Kids just did the localization. They didn't write the show.
They just get me heated. Almost as much as Infernape's Flare Blitz. Then I'll set my Inferno to overdrive, get my revenge, and Incineroar.
Ash had a fiery passion for reaching the top ASAP, but Charizard wasn't on board. Pursuing pride over packs, Ash lost the Viridian Force for the trees and fumbled the Indigo League.
Harsh lesson, but one he needed. Ash started bonding with Pokemon at a deeper level, and that friendship motivated them to dodge light speed moves like Solar Beam and Psybeam.
Charizard came around too.
I didn't know Pokemon
He's the
was
last one you
speed.
want to see on the field. Even if you have a Blastoise like Gary, Ash will call for the most unexpected signature move.
Nice big toss! The people's elbow of Pokemon. Charizard's so strong, his flamethrower melts boulders. The Pokemon world is wild.
Ash's Pokedex spells it out. Vanillix causes blizzards. Magikarp leaps over mountains and into space. Dusknoir pulls souls into the blizzards. Magikarp leaps over mountains.
It can. Yo, I thought this. He has never moved like this in the games. I thought he was just fodder that turns into Gyarados. Like, what is this?
Mountains and into space. Dusknoir pulls souls into the spirit
He was
Oh,
fodder.
and Pikachu cleared a storm as wide as an island. Gotta catch 'em all. Surfetch, Butterfree, Heracross, Scraggy, Lycanroc, Palpitoad, Torkoal, Snivy.
With new regions, soar new flying types like Pidgeot. On land, Ash has physical offense like Melmetal and Crocodile, and Gibble will drop Draco Meteors on anyone, but mainly Piplup.
You want physical? Look at Ash. This twerp somehow carried around a Cosmoem, which canonically
that?
weighs over a ton. Oh, and this huge log that's basically a whole tree, he chucked it like it was nothing. Ash can choose his own hands if he wants, and he does a lot. Maybe his secret is watching the Minnesota Vikings.
Resilience
Yo,
is
does
the
he think
bare
he's a
minimum
Pokemon?
to HMO1
What the
cut
fuck
it in the
is
tall
this?
grass. Humans and Pokemon must protect and enrich each other's lives.
Like Mimey, the Mr. Mime back home who mind boggles you with Reflect, Light Screen, and Psychic. Yep, that Mr. Mime, the stepdad who Ash caught in a Pokeball and brought home. Oh, so that's how it works.
Ash figured out new ways to bond with his pals with Aura. It's a life force that interacts with souls and links Ash with Lucario.
This Jackal excels at CQC and shoots steel beams and aura spheres. And with Mega Evolution, Lucario's power surges enough to defeat champion Cynthia's Garchomp.
A Mega would have been handy at the Safari Zone when Ash
Champion Cynthia's Garchomp.
A Mega would
Yo, what move counters this shit? What the fuck is
have
this?
been handy at the Safari Zone when Ash accidentally caught 30 Tauros. And he keeps
How do you
hugging them.
accidentally catch?
Ash, they're bulls.
Ash genuinely loves his little guys, but boy does it suck to see him lose the Pokemon League over and over again. Kid, just
really
turn the
be
hat
losing like
backwards
that?
and lock in.
Ash's strength is not in battle theory, but his nurtured bonds. He knows Pokemon feelings better than anyone. With Greninja, Ash learned to synchronize their senses and movements, transforming him into Ash Greninja.
It comes with a
the
huge
fuck
power
outta here.
increase, but
What?
there's a catch. Ash shares Greninja's pain. A small price to pay for the ultimate water shuriken.
Ash Greninja ran the ones with Champion Diantha's Mega Gardevoir.
How the
And
fuck
just
is
a
he losing
normal
if he's making
Gardevoir
up
can
new moves
conjure
and Mega
black
Evolutions,
holes.
bro? What is
Ash's
happening?
Pokemon and teamwork get along like rice balls and jelly-filled donuts. They saved the world from Lysander, who tried to kill all life. They fought the giants, the Reggie kind, not the New York ones, who halted Reggie Gigas, who can tow entire regions.
Ash's team battled Steven Stone and Alon, who fought the terraforming primal forms of Groudon and Kyogre.
Ah, don't get me started on Alon. Ash did everything right, but no, Greninja still lost to his Charizard after only getting hit 3 times.
That's
How
fucking
does
wild,
Blast
bro.
Burn beat Water Shuriken? Get your type charts right, poor kids.
Boomstick, 4Kids weren't even around anymore when this aired. Regardless, after his loss at Kalos, Ash traveled to Alola and beyond to train. And thanks to some really delicious soup, his new Gengar Gigantamaxed.
Kaiju Gengar! He haunts foes with G-Max Terror, or even swallows them up. I bet it smells nasty in there.
Ash and Pikachu also scored a buff with their Z move. All they need
What?
is a Power Ring, some JoJo poses, and Thunderbolt will evolve into
10 million volt Thunderbolt! This Rainbow Lightning is their ace. You see this coming? You're cooked. Absorb electricity? Cooked. Fused with the
Yo, what the fuck is Ash Ketchum's Pikachu, bro? What the fuck is happening?
Ultra Beast?
By the way, the Game Awards starts in 10 minutes.
Cooked.
Ash journeyed so much that monsters from another dimension are nothing to him. Naganadel is a poisonous sniper, and Solgaleo is basically the sun god, a legendary Pokemon whose Sunsteel Strike lights up the universe.
Ash got a god in his bag for just being a nice dude. Smell you later, Gary.
In fact, when Ash and friends
Can
band
light up
together,
the
they can
universe.
halt Dialga's Roar of Time. And Dialga literally controls the concept of time. Is there a legendary Pokemon he hasn't befriended?
But it all started with Pikachu, so it was gonna end with Pikachu. In the Tournament of Champions and Alon, Ash faced the #1 trainer. Finally, Finally, after 3,000 years, we're free! More kids, let my boy win! Yes!
Sure. Ash did his best, and he
That's
had
crazy.
no regrets. Now free to hand over his torch to new bright-eyed trainers.
Ash realized that, to him, a Pokemon Master was someone who was friends with every Pokemon. So he and Pikachu threw a stick in the air and walked the way it landed, because in the world of Pokemon, the journey continues.
That's crazy. All right, now to see Yu-Gi-Oh, because I'm like so interested in this shit.
If you want to travel the world like Ash or look
get
as
these
rad
ads
as
outta
Yugi,
here.
And glorious civilization. Solve the mystery.
Get this shit out of here.
Many a theorist have tried to solve the mystery of ancient Egypt. What was the secret to such a glorious civilization?
time travel, the divine hand, aliens? Nah, they were gamers.
Egyptians played games with sorcery. These magical ceremonies punished dark hearts with swift death. The Shadow Game.
No, Wiz, they were banished to the Shadow Realm. Wink.
Sadly, the way of
Is
the
that where
Shadow
that came
Games
from?
was
Is
lost
that where that
across
shit comes
time
from?
and the pieces of the Millennium Puzzle. It's said the one who solves the puzzle would pass judgment on evil. And in the modern day, Yugi Moto reassembled it and wished for a friend.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Turn that jam up! Yugi was a shy kid that helped run his grandpa's
He's
game
small.
shop.
What the
But
fuck?
little did he know that completing the puzzle would link his spirit to an ancient pharaoh.
Yami, always willing to lend Yugi
Oh,
a
he's got
hand,
a stand.
and always on demon time while doing so.
He's got a stand.
Anime Jigsaw. Yami wants to play a shadow game.
Whether it's Griddle Air Hockey, Mario Party with Chloroform, or the game that would take his world and ours by storm, Duel Monsters.
It's a summoner's war. Time to send monsters to the graveyard and take your foe down to 0 life points.
When Yugi's grandpa was kidnapped by the deranged CEO Seto Kaiba, Yugi
he's in
knew it
Jump
was
Force.
time to knock him
I
down
don't
the
know
only
Yu-Gi-Oh.
way he knows
I
how,
only know
playing
Jump
a
Force.
children's card game.
And for his L, Kaiba was given a penalty game. Lose or cheat against Yami at your own peril. With the puzzle, Yami can punish you in some seriously messed up ways. Illusions of being set on fire, swapping your soul, or the infamous Mind Crush.
The Millennium Puzzle does far more than force hallucinations. It brings monsters to reality, forms barriers, manipulates probability, and seals away spirits.
You can't buy this. It and 6 other Millennium items are juiced up by ghosts.
Despite Yami's retribution, Yugi wasn't aware of this darker half. Yami had amnesia, so he didn't know himself either. But after a run-in with enemy Millennium Ring user Dark Bakura and some seriously hardcore LARPing, Yugi and Yami learned each other's shtick and made the dynamic duo.
With friends Taya, Tristan, and their left leg Joey,
my
Yugi and
God.
Yami were
What's
ready
wrong with his
for
face?
anything.
Because Yugi had a great early deck. Monsters for offense, spells for effects, and traps for setups. Oh, and there they go.
Okay, if Yugi's deck is so good, why isn't it the meta? Put me in, coach. Face my 2,000 card deck.
Don't be too quick to judge. Yugi's a
God
very
damn, that's
clever
a lot of
strategist.
shit.
His style works best at maximizing the use of so-called terrible cards.
Yeah, cool story, Wiz. But what's he gonna do about the 3 blue eyes Kaiba's got aiming at his dome?
Simple. Summon the monster card Karibo and have him multiply. With a 1,000 strong meat shield, a dragon's breath is a gentle breeze.
Well, okay. Didn't know Yugi had that dog in him. But I'm about brute force. Buster Blader and Celtic Guardian are sick, nasty swordsmen. Summon Skull shoots bolts of lightning. And the giant soldier of stone can destroy moons.
Time Wizard's better. It's a living clock that fast forwards or
And these aren't
rewinds a local
legendaries?
area of time,
Or
turning
are they?
monsters to infants or wizards into wise sages.
Speaking of wizardry, you can't have a Yugi deck without his right hand, Dark Magician, and
I've
his
heard of that.
apprentice, Dark Magician Girl.
Both are masters of dark magic, and Yugi often pairs them with the damage redirecting magic cylinder. Now that's thinking with portals.
There's support monsters too. Catapult Turtle is a bot with a cannon that literally launches other monsters. And when Yugi comboed it with Gaia and Swords of Revealing Light,
Combo?
which immobilizes monsters, they brought down an entire fortress. Wait, that's not how the card game works. Is he cheating?
Well, we're prioritizing the manga and anime over anything else, which can differ from the real-world card game.
Yugi also has tons of spell cards.
the hell?
Monster Reborn resurrects a fallen
can't play
friend.
card games. This
Turn
shit
Jump
looks
is
too
a time
complicated.
skip. And Pot of Greed lets Yugi draw 2 more cards like jackpot of greed, which lets him draw 2 more cards like...
If things get dicey, he has more trap cards to level the field, like Dimension Sphinx, which reflects damage directly back at the opponent's life points.
And if his monsters and life points get wiped, he can just press Ctrl-Z with Mirage Ruler to get them all back.
Pair these cards with Yugi and Yami's teamwork, and nothing could stand in their way. Not even the game's own creator, Pegasus.
Get this, Pegasus can read minds. So in their duel, Yugi and Yami kept swapping souls Freaky Friday style, trusting each other to pick up on the strategies they left behind. And the mind reader was stumped. Yeah, they cheated.
No, Pegasus was reading their minds. Regardless, Yugi and Yami are an excellent dueling pair. Yami trusts Yugi to improve on his plans, while Yugi expects Yami to be his bolder half.
They're not just smart. These card-slinging geeks are somehow expected to be fit enough to dodge lasers, resist getting their souls ripped out, and survive attacks from duel monsters. Even the most common duel monster can cause tsunamis, rain down meteors, and wreck cities.
And all of this power culminated in Battle City, hosted by Kaiba Corp.
Because Kaiba really wanted that salty runback against his rival.
Salt only surpassed by Yami's biggest hater, Merrick, who wanted the 3 Egyptian god cards to take him out. These cards were Slifer, the Electric Dragon, Ra, the God Phoenix, and Obelisk, who strikes with the power of infinity.
This was a different ball game altogether, but Yugi was starting to stand on his own 2 feet.
So Yami and Yugi kept dueling on in a battle city that never wants to end. Or stop bullying Joey. But to claim the Egyptian gods, Yugi and Yami had to face them in duels, pulling off some ridiculously high IQ plays.
When battling Slifer, they used a handful of weak cards to create an infinite combo of attacks that went past the gods' limits.
And later, Yugi combined Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl's magic into Black Burning magic, promptly defeating Ra.
This ain't new for the magicians. In the movie Bonds Beyond Time, they did something similar against Paradox. It's kinda crazy that together, the magicians can defeat the 10-star gods, which are way stronger than mid-tier monsters that are 5 to 9 stars.
Mid-tier cards aren't pushovers. Darkhold Dragon is a sentient black hole, planet alignment moves solar systems, and Jaden's Glow Neos destroyed a relativity field that spawned an entire universe.
But at the top would be the great evil god Zork, who showed up to plunge existence into the realm of darkness. It was time for Yugi to finish the puzzle of who Yami really is.
If the monsters weren't real before, they sure were now. Everyone has soul energy, Ba, which manifests as Ka, or a spirit. When used in tandem with the bonds of his cards, Yugi can will duel monsters into reality, even drawing anyone he wishes by believing in the heart of the cards.
I knew it! He's been cheating all this time! He doesn't just make up rules, he's stacking his deck!
Not at all. For Yugi, drawing the card he needs isn't just luck, it's an actual skill that he developed. It's even expanded in following series like GX and 5Ds.
Okay, well, I'd be the king of games too if I could just decide I have a royal flush every round.
Whatever. Yami rediscovered his Egyptian past, his multiple lifelong bonds, and his real name, Atem. Claiming his place as the ruler of the afterlife, Atem fused the Egyptian god cards to summon Harakti, the creator of light.
She's the ultimate duel monster who banished Zork and all of his scary darkness for good. The epitome of, screw you, I win.
No kidding, for Harakti created Yu-Gi-Oh's multiverse with that same light. Judgment had passed.
All right, Game Award starts in 7 seconds. We'll watch the fight after this.
Okay, we're gonna finish this death battle right quick.
Across many duels, evil was vanquished. There was only one more thing left to do.
A post-game boss duel between Yugi and Atem.
Their farewell was both climactic and bittersweet. Yugi had grown as a duelist and a person. His victory proved that he no longer needed Atem's help to be his bolder half.
So
even when Atem was an entire dimension
know.
away or busy
But
slapping the end of existence, he and Yugi would always be bros. Okay, it should have been me, not him. I'm sorry I called you a cheater. I was jealous. You're so cool.
Yugi moved on to a career in game design and passed the torch to future duelists. He would be remembered.
Good stream, sis. Sorry for what I said earlier. I was kidding. It was really funny.
As the greatest duelist there ever was.
Except to Kaiba, who tried to ascend to the afterlife to rematch Atem. Goes to show you that money can't buy you happiness, but it
I love how they're
can buy
animating
you
the
a
manga
sweet
pages.
rocket
That shit
ship.
is so
There'll
good.
always be another story, another duel, another game. And you won't find yourself a better opponent than the king of games.
To be continued. All right,
The
next.
Battle of the Millennium is about to start, but we wouldn't be able to make it happen without some help from our friend.
A gift.
All right, let's see the death battle.
Before we start, let's lay some
Rat and Zar show up late. The data through all possibilities.
Before we start, let's lay some ground rules.
We're treating this as a real-time fight, much like typical
Real-time
battles in the
fight.
Pokemon anime and duels later on in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. And
Okay.
given that the rules of Pokemon and duel monsters are clearly incompatible, we'll allow them to summon anything that's reasonably available to them.
It's time to death battle!
Nah, because I gotta see how Ash Ketchum beats Yu-Gi-Oh! Or if Yu-Gi-Oh! Beats Ash Ketchum. What? Peak beyond belief in the death battle just started. What the fuck?
You okay, Pikachu?
Okay, so this is what we got for Ash's side.
Hang in there.
You have Spirit, but I have
Oh,
Lightning Blow
snap.
and Excalibur to boost my attack, and I set one card.
Can
face down
Pokemon
to
beat
end my
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Whoa. Okay, guys, it's our turn now. Pikachu, throw him off with quick attack. Everyone else, back him up.
Oh shit. Weave? Get his ass. Get his ass, Lucario. Crocodile.
Great job. Now, Thunderbolt.
Don't get ahead of yourself. You forgot about my face down card. Rise,
Face down card.
Dimension Space!
Damn. By the way, for anybody who is watching this like on VOD form, like when I post this on YouTube, just know I completely forgot about the Yu-Gi-Oh end of things because I'm watching this during the Game of the Year stream and I had to like stop watching this to watch the Game of the Year. So everything Yu-Gi-Oh I forgot, but I know that those cards can defeat gods and are gods and shit. And there's Pokemon gods too, so this is kind of even. Oh wow, he took that electricity. Smart.
Oh, I get it. Good thing we brought them all, right, Pikachu?
What do you mean, them all?
Oh shit, the Bulls. I remember him mentioning this during the matchup.
Charizard, I choose you!
God damn, like they actually did amazing on this animation. The life points going down because Yu-Gi-Oh got hit. Oh, not the... Oh, shit. Who's singing right now? Wait, who's doing those vocals? Because that sounds like the dude from Crush 40. Footage, sound design, storyboards. Like, I don't know, that sounded like the dude from Crush 40. Now it doesn't sound like him, so it's probably somebody different. Yo, I'm like so damn focused. Damn, oh shit! Coming out the damn moon and shit. Like I'm so focused on this, like I don't even want to pause. Like it's all just so peak. Damn. Oh, that's his ult. That's his fucking ult and jump force. That's Thunder Force, right? A Giganto! Are we Gigantamax in Pokemon? Oh, Gengar! Oh, shit, he used a Shadow! I thought we were about to use Charizard to fight a dragon with a dragon, but that's okay. It neutralizes Gigantamax? What fucking Pokemon is that? Oh, nah. Ass Greninja. Oh, broke the fucking thing!
I'm sorry, partner. Don't worry. It's my turn now.
It broke the fucking thing that makes him the Pharaoh, right?
I just need to believe in the heart of the cards.
Why does it kind of sound like Midoriya? I'm sorry, All Might. Come on, man. What's next?
Who's that Pokemon?
Araxi, goddess of
Who's that Pokemon? Oh, nah.
magician, flash burning magic. Araxi,
Now, see, I don't know if Ash has any Pokemon that can beat him or beat that thing. I have no fucking idea. Okay, a god versus a god's attacks, lighting up the universe versus whatever the fuck Yu-Gi-Oh just threw out. Oh, those fucking swords froze everybody. Damn.
Pikachu, let's finish this together.
Oh, the thunder attack shit that they can do for some reason.
10 million volt thunderbolts!
Can that even win against a god shit?
Activated my trap card.
Oh shit.
Cylinder.
Oh
With
shit.
it, I'll send your thunderbolt
I thought it was over for him.
light bites directly.
Did they just bait me? Wait, what the fuck did he?
To attack your light bites directly.
Uh-oh. Damn, he just watched all of them, bro. He said you activated my... Oh, Ash lost. Damn.
That was an
Why did he Vegeta Ash, bro? He literally turned his ass into Ash, bro. Oh my god. Yo.
Oh, my childhood.
That was
Quick,
fucked.
I need your tears. We can save him.
There's a lot to this, so let's break it down by experience, strategy, and monster.
Yeah, I didn't
Starting
think that
with
was going to win
experience,
against that.
both Ash and Yugi have risen to the top, beating the best of
I
the
didn't think
best,
Ash was going to
and
win that
traveled
one.
all over the
At the
world.
end, at
But
least.
Ash traveled more, was in more tourneys, and saved the world way more often. And despite what people say, he wins a lot.
Even Atem's stint as the Pharaoh doesn't tip the scale since he wasn't in charge for very long. Plus, Pokemon evolve over time, literally and figuratively. While Yugi's deck is obviously adjustable, the cards are unchanging, unable to grow like Ash's Pokemon.
So Ash wins in experience, but when it comes to strategy, he's a wild card.
He's skilled at improvisation and using the environment to win. Even machines cannot comprehend his tactics.
But the same goes for Yugi. Gotta remember, Yugi and Atem's teamwork is second to none. They're masters at exploiting weaknesses, setting up tricks, and surprising foes with so-called weak cards.
Both could likely adjust to each other's unpredictability, so a Dark Horse-style win was unlikely.
But Ash's secret weapon is his bond with his Pokemon, boosting their power. I'm not just talking about Pikachu. His power of friendship invented an evolution for Greninja. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Ash's
how the
trust
fuck
in
do you
his
invent
Pokemon
an
knows
evolution?
no
That is
limits.
fucking
As
insane.
it may sound, Yugi trusts his deck in the same way. The heart of the cards is real, and Yugi is determined to support his monsters with spells, traps, and buffs. Look at his duels with Merrick and Paradox, where he bolstered his weaker cards to take down gods. With Ba and Ka, his bonds with his cards manifest them into reality, not so dissimilar from Ash Greninja.
Yeah, Ash has aura, but he never mastered it. And specialties like Mega Evolution and Gigantamax, while awesome, only work with specific Pokemon.
And since Ash focuses on offense far more than support,
One of the best
Yugi
ones in a
can
while.
control
Yeah,
the
that
pace of
shit,
the fight
that
with
fucking
cards
trap
like
card
Super
scene was
Reveal
actually
Light and
scary.
Magic Cylinder.
But I know some
They-
of you
like,
are
he fucked
asking,
him completely
what if
over
Ash
with
threw
that?
hands? The kid's strong enough to chuck trees and lift baby gods. Just punch him, man. Well,
Ash has
Yugi's
aura, but he
similarly
never
tough,
mastered
and
it.
the
It
Millennium
is a bar.
Puzzle can make shields, steal ghosts, cast illusions, and mess with minds. If Ash actually tried to punch him, it'd be Mewtwo all over again.
It's a close call, but Yugi takes the edge in strategy.
So it all comes down to the monsters. Yugi had a slightly larger pool of monsters, but Ash's can clear out island-wide storms, fight terraforming beasts, and are stronger than the black hole summoning Gardevoir.
However,
What?
Yugi's can rain down meteors, compete with larger black holes, and even the mid-tiers scale to glow Neos, destroying that relativity field with a universe. And Herakti created Yu-Gi-Oh's whole multiverse, surpassing even Solgaleo's Sunsteel Strike and Dialga's Roar of Time.
And Yugi had more than just monsters on the field. Ash's strength was also his weakness. His power was evenly spread, reliant only on his remaining Pokemon.
If Mr. Mime faints, no more psychic barriers. If he lost Lucario, no more Mega Evolution, and so on. The longer the battle went, the less Pokemon Ash had, and he did not have a reliable way to bring them back. He doesn't carry revives on him, and even then,
Why?
reviving Pokemon in the anime
I just thought
is
about that.
entirely different from the games. Meanwhile,
Oh.
Yugi had cards like Mirage
Never mind.
Ruler and Monster Reborn that could
Glad they
instantly
answered that,
recall
'cause I would've
powers
looked
he
stupid.
lost.
And he can, bend fate to draw whatever card he wants.
What?
We didn't even cover them all. Really, Yugi's deck has no pathetic cards.
Exactly. Yugi's versatility
Damn.
and power swept Ash's options, giving his
This is actually a
monsters
death
the
battle
lead.
that I'm
He just
okay
needed the
with.
right
Like, I
moment
really thought
to knock
Pokemon would have
Ash
probably won that,
down.
but that's because I
That
didn't know
was a
about
good
Yu-Gi-Oh.
attempt at a pun, Wiz. You might not think it's
Much as I'm a
thorough,
Pokemon fan,
but
that shit was crazy to
Ash got
watch.
Yugi owned.
The winner is Yugi Moto.
Damn. All right, let's see what the next one is. Y'all know I can't be skipping these trailers.
Death Battle will be back.
Don't
in
do
2026.
that.
But right now, you can check out our brand new channel. It's called Nightly.
Oh no, there's no teaser? All right, there's no teaser for the next one. I guess that's because it's the year-end one. But yeah, guys, okay, that was the end of the Ash versus Yugi death battle. If y'all want to see more, make sure y'all hit that like button, comment down below, and I'll